It's happening all over again. No, you're not having aberrations. Sam Raybone is doing a variety thing over at the Lichfield Garrick. This time it is Sunday, the 22nd of September. Why are we telling you in May? Because tickets sold so fast last time. If you don't get them now, you won't be able to. Sam, what's happening?
You should do this for a living, shouldn't you? That was a really good build-up. But it's true. It's true. We were practically, I think we were like 5 seats off selling out, but that was that back row behind the extra seats which we have to put in. So I'm going to say we sold out the last one, but I'm doing my best to bring variety back to the Midlands. There's the Chroma Pia shows that happen. There's the Weymouth Pavilion, but there isn't, as far as I know, I don't see big variety shows happening that are proper variety, not just a lineup of comics or things like that. So I want to bring good old fashioned family entertainment, good old variety show. I mean, I say family, we're aiming for like the over 10. So it's a Sunday evening. It should be finished by about 9:30. So you can still get home, be in bed. It starts at 7 and it's £17.50 for four amazing acts plus myself.
And they are amazing acts. I mean, not only obviously are you amazing, you are, let's face it, Sam Rayburn. That's enough, you'd have thought. But it's bigger than that. You've got Funny Man Ben Langley, star of Britain's Got Talent. You have got Herbie Adams. Now, he's been in the Panto back in 2019. He joined you for that. And as apparently not only a comedian, but an occasional musician. Does that mean somebody who has a piano as an occasional table?
No, he's well. I suppose he could, but I think he's a drum kit as a coffee stand. He's a bit of a drummer, an all rounder, really. I just loved him. I met him first when I was working as a blue coat at Pontins, and we've stayed in touch. So when I got asked whether Herbie would do panto in Cinderella, I was like, oh my god, yeah, let's get Herbie. And then when I knew I was doing these variety shows, he was one of my top picks. I wanted him for the first one, but we were umming and ahhing between a couple of. So basically, Barbara and I picked Herbie to the post for the last one. But I was like, next one we'll get Herbie, and so we've got Herbie, as you say, Ben Langley, who is. You might know him as the misheard lyrics guy from Britain's Got Talent, but he started his life as a Covent Garden street entertainer, and some of the stuff he brings to the show it's going to be hilarious. I've got him, Herbie Adams. Do you want to keep going, or you could do the big announcement?
I was going to throw in the next name on the list, which on my list in particular is Lorraine Brown. Now you cannot find a better singer than Lorraine Brown. She is absolutely phenomenal. She works on cruise ships across the globe. I know she's on the verge of breaking America. There is all sorts going on here, and this is your chance to see her in Lichfield. Absolute. I mean, you described on the poster as the velvet voice and personality. She's got bags of personality. She is phenomenal.
Oh, you've sold her very well as well. Yeah, Lorraine. Now, weirdly, I used to live next door to Lorraine growing up. So I've known Lorraine for years. And it's one of those where we tried to work together in lockdown. We got very close to doing the lockdown panto together, but we rehearsed it and we filmed it, but we never physically got it in front of an audience with us in the room. And Lorraine's done a couple of one-woman shows. I say one-woman shows. She's had a band behind her in the studio at the Garrick. And again, I'm trying to keep this as variety as possible. Ben Langley is like the top of variety. He'll blow things up with his head, and he's like a full-on clown. And then we're going to get some amazing vocals from, as you say, the velvety voice of Lorraine Brown. She's been all over the world. She was on, was it Opportunity Knocks way back in the day? She thinks she won that, or Pot of Gold, one or the other. It was one of those she was on. She's done That'll Be the Day. She's toured that for years, but yeah, she's now known for cruise ships. And so there's not often you get a chance to see Lorraine doing a home gig. And so to put her on the big stage of the Garrick, I'm really excited to see what she does and what she brings.
It's very rare if she sings and she's not floating. I mean, that's the oddity of it. So, are you going to throw buckets of water in and stuff like that, make it a bit of a slosh scene, or is that not allowed? She's got such nice frocks, you'll be in trouble.
I just might sway in front of her, just run across the front row, backwards and forwards. Well, she doesn't do rough seas, Lorraine. She puts her foot down. She does the calming seas of the Med.
I can imagine, to be fair, but she's hugely popular, and she is going to be an absolute treat on the night. It's going to be well worth it. And then you got some magic and mayhem, I think, with Russ Brown.
Russ Brown. Now, Russ, I have known for years. I know him as Uncle Russ because he was our uncle at Pontins, and so he knows.
I thought he lived on the other side to Lorraine.
To Lorraine. No, so I met him at Pontins way back. I'm not going to say the years because you'll be able to age us, but he we used to have uncles at Pontins back in the day that would do like the kids clubs, and he was one of the best. So good that he's won awards for being one of the best children's entertainers in Blackpool. Ken Dodd gave him an award. He was that bonkers. But now he's got a magic bar in Blackpool. So if you ever are in Blackpool, he's got Russ Brown's House of Secrets, which is such an amazing bar because you can go in and have a drink. There's magic memorabilia everywhere, and then you even might get a show one night. But he's got that, and he's just been inducted into the inner magic circle. He's not on the outer circle anymore. He's on the inner circle of the magic circle. So he's in the inner magic circle, and he puts on one of the big. Well, it is the biggest magic convention in the world every year in Blackpool, and I can't wait for you to see him. He has also been on Britain's Got Talent. So we might be bringing one of his Britain's Got Talent acts to the night, but I can't tell you much more than that because that's going to be a little surprise if me and Russ can figure out how we're going to bring it to the Lichfield Garrick stage.
Okay, well, you try and work that out. Meanwhile, we know it's going to be awesome. Tickets are available onto the box office on 01543412121 or via lichfieldgarrick.com. And you can do that. Oh, hang on, hang on. What were you doing?
Oh,
You're playing with
sorry.
your mug.
I'm sorry. Just getting this. This is an actual. It doesn't say mug on there, but it is a mug. It says bag. You can use it as a bag. It's a very small bag that you can carry things around in. You see, it's got a top that you could keep pencils in, maybe, or some loose change. No, this it was meant to say Bostin Brew. Which we will have for the next variety night. But if you do want a very limited edition Bostin bag mug, they're on Etsy, Sam Raybo Bostin shop on there. You can find them. They're very, very limited edition. I've got some Bostin bags as well. So if you want a Bostin night out with the Bostin Variety Show, you can get a Bostin very limited edition mug stroke bag.
Because it is Sam
Do you
Ramo's
want one?
Big Boston Variety Show. That's the full title.
Yes, it. Yeah, my big Bostin Variety Show. That's sort of going off the Lichfield Panto catchphrase that we've now developed. So yeah, it's going to be a night of fun. Starting at 7, we aim to be finished around 9:30, as long as everybody behaves and runs to time and the audience are in and out nice and quick. It's nice to be doing it in September, just before we're getting ready for Panto. We've got a few names now, I think, which we're very soon going to tease into you. We can't tell you who we got at the moment in Panto, but one of them is back, and one of them is very new to the Garrick. It's all I can say to you, but we've got a very good lineup for Jack and the Beanstalk this year. So I'm excited for the Big Boston Variety Show, straight into Panto. And fingers crossed, if these work, we'll have some more variety shows next year.
Well, that should be rather good. I've got my money on Ben Thornton being back for Panto. I'm nipping down Ladbrokes for that one a bit later on. Meanwhile, it's going to be an amazing night of variety. Have a fantastic time. Break a leg. Wear some weird outfits on stage, knowing you, and have a fantastic time. Sam Rayburn, always good to speak to you.
Thank you. The Milky Bar's on me.